So we are now on day 14 of Johnny Depp versus The Sun, and this has been a roller coaster week. Every day, something has happened. Yesterday was kind of silent. There were some funny things that happened yesterday, like the judge getting annoyed. He's done talking about those dogs. The dogs don't get talked about today, not once. However, two big things happened today. Two really big things. One is some recorded footage that I watched. I can't show you the footage because of copyright. I don't know who owns it. I'll describe it to you. But apparently there was some kind of reality TV show surrounding Amber Heard and her buddies, which included her sister, that was being considered for production. I don't think anything happened with it, but some footage that was shot popped up. And it's kind of damning because it shows that her sister has now lied on the stand. She lied yesterday, which, like I said, I mean, there's no way Amber and her sister were colluding. Why would she coach and collude with her sister and her friends? Oh yeah, her friend Rocky testified today. That's interesting. Two of her friends testified today, actually. So here's the quick summary. This is day 14. There was unseen reality TV footage, which I'm about to go over. And we got two people that gave testimony. I'm going to go over Rocky's testimony and what happened with her sister, because her sister's testimony is the big stuff. Just a reminder, Monday and Tuesday are the last days of the trial. Monday, News Group, which is the company that owns The Sun, they give their testimony and speech. And then Tuesday, Johnny Depp's legal team gives their speech and testimony. And then after that, we wait for a decision. I don't know how long that takes, but I would imagine sometime next week, we're actually going to have an answer to this case. And I will, of course, as soon as that breaks, let you guys know what happened and we'll discuss it. And it's going to be an interesting week next week for sure. Well, let's talk about some stuff that came out. So this was the big thing, the tape that got released. Now, I watched the tape, and here's a still image of it. It's about 38 seconds long. It was provided by an anonymous source. Nobody knows who gave it to her. They won't say. What matters is that the tape is real and that it does exist, because they played it. And it's not a good look for Amber Heard, once again, kind of showing lies and really adding that she is kind of unhinged and violent. Here's the transcript. We are now watching an updated video showing a group of women chatting and drinking juice by a swimming pool in the sun. We hear one woman questioning Amber Heard's sister about getting beat up. It's suggested that something happened between the two of them. One woman is heard saying, "I can't believe Amber beat your butt. I know you could take her out." In the video, Whitney says several times, "I'm not talking about it." She denied it several times, said, "I don't want to talk about this." Well, she didn't deny it, but she said, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." And it's repeated again that she really did get her butt whipped. Depp's lawyer says not only did Amber Heard physically hurt her, but the injuries suffered by her sister are being examined in the video, and there is no denial that Heard did it. At one point, someone actually demonstrates that her arm and her elbow are apparently marked up, and there might be some marks on her neck and face. I'm not sure. It's when they ask her sister about it, she says this. When she's shown the video, she said she can hear a woman asking her, "Whitney, truth or dare, did you really start a fight with your sister, or did she start it for real, for real?" Whitney responds saying that they were discussing a verbal argument between her and Amber for a really bad reality TV show. She denies that anything happened and that the producers were trying to beef up a bad storyline to make it better. and that the narrative was there to make the conversation really boring. And I disagree with that, because if you watch the video, it's very clear that something happened and she looks uncomfortable. She's not an actress. And when playing the video, you can kind of see a little something. It really is, to be fair, kind of hard to see because the footage isn't that good. However, something did happen. And she lied. She said Amber has never, ever touched her. Clearly, that is false. And it's just more evidence on top of evidence, in my opinion now, showing the unhinged rage that Amber Heard is quite capable of. Just more and more stuff pops up showing this. It's crazy. It's crazy. So her sister is done. She finished up, and then Raquel Pennington takes the stand. She describes herself as a former best friend with Heard at the time. They're not best friends anymore, but they are still close. She is part of Amber's team of supporters, as described by Johnny's legal team. So she asked her, did you ever see Mr. Depp place his hands on Amber? She says no. She's never seen it. Now, the one thing I wanted to point out here, there's two things actually I wanted to point out from her testimony, and then we'll go on to the final person, Rocky, who takes the stand. So two of Amber's friends give testimony today. One thing that I wanted to point out here is they talk about the day before Amber went on the James Corden Late Show. It's a very big point because when she goes on that show, there's several close-ups of her face, and you don't see anything on her face. Nothing. What's interesting about that is Miss Pennington gives very detailed descriptions of what happened to Amber Heard, and then they show close-ups of Amber Heard's face on the James Corden Late Show. And Miss Pennington says, yeah, I can't see any injuries on her face. I agree. I don't see any. But my eyes aren't that good. So anyway, yeah, I'm agreeing with you, but my eyes aren't that good, so I can't really tell. It's pretty interesting. The other big bombshell here, and this is a pretty interesting one, because it shows how slick and good Johnny Depp's legal team is. I was really impressed by this because it adds to the evidence that Amber will just make stuff up. So they ask her about the Coachella incident. Now, at the festival, Amber Heard said in her testimony last week that she never puked when she was there, and that Johnny Depp's security guard, Starlin Jenkins, he was a liar. He's incorrect when he said he saw her in the car park being sick. She said he mixed that up with her sister. It was Whitney that was puking. So she just kind of starts asking her questions about Coachella, and then says, at one point over the weekend, Miss Heard was so intoxicated that she was vomiting, right? And Miss Pennington confirms, yes, privately, yes, she was. Now, what's funny about that is this is now another person. She got her friends to trip up and admit that Amber just lied about that. It's just one more example of her being a liar. All this, I would imagine, is going to get pointed out when Heard's legal team gives their statement on Tuesday of next week, which will be day 16, the final day. And it's just more wood for the fire is what it is. And it's a really good example of just how good she is. If you got the money, this is Ms. Laws is the person to hire, I'm telling you. And that's pretty much the big stuff that came out of that one. She got caught in another lie and got caught admitting, yeah, there's basically no marks on her face when she went on James Corden. The videotape was a really big thing because that just shows Whitney lied, making her kind of uncredible. And then there's one final person, I.O. Wright, who goes by the name Rocky. So I'm just going to refer to I.O. Wright as Rocky. So Rocky is another friend of Amber, part of the support group. Now, the interesting thing here is we go back to Poogate. Rocky says that there's absolutely no possible way that Amber could have poo-pooed in the bed, the Poopgate scenario. Because, well, Amber's fecally phobic. There's no way she could do that. We're just supposed to take Rocky's word for it. She pretends that she doesn't do such things in private, let alone on her bed. There's no way she could have done it. It's just funny, man. That's really the big thing. There's also some allegations out there now that possibly, and this is brought up by Johnny's legal team, that it's almost like Amber Heard's friends were in a gladiator arena all the time competing to be her number one. I guess there was a physical fight. According to Miss Laws, she brings up that Rocky and Miss Pennington possibly got into a physical match over who would be Amber Heard's wedding planner. This is crazy stuff. Like I said, this is going to make a great miniseries. That's the big thing. That's it. We are now done with witnesses. Like I said, for those of you that are waiting and want some resolution, it's coming next week, 100%. 2 more days of testimony, which is going to be closing arguments basically for both sides. And then we wait for a resolution. However long that takes, I can't imagine it won't come until it should come by Friday of next week, I would imagine. And I hope justice is served. We'll see what happens. Because these articles that got written about Johnny are the reasons he lost his Pirates job, from what I understand. So, by the way, really hilarious videos of Amber getting booed when she leaves out there. She got to come and go through these side entrances. Johnny just rolls up to the front door. People are throwing flowers to him and stuff. Check this out. Every time he leaves, people are throwing flowers at him and cheering. And then when Amber Heard leaves, she's getting booed every day. I wonder what will happen with Aquaman 2. I really do. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. We got 2 more days of this, and then we wait for an answer, and then however long it takes for the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial to start. So that's it. Leave me your thoughts. What do you think the outcome's going to be? Are you feeling confident? Do you think he's going to win? Do you think he's going to lose? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, if you would, please throw a like up and share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.